We was talking about how accepting reality, it hurts, but it's better for us in the long run. Let me put up a picture here. And I'm pretty sure those of you who have been listening to me for a while, because I've told this story a few times. Let me put up this picture. All right. Now, this is my mother. And I've told this story before. So for those of you who already know the story, just bear with us. We always have somebody new who haven't heard the story. My mother, may she rest in peace, my mother wasn't a very happy person. I very rarely saw my mother have joy in her life. I very rarely see my mother smile. So one day, I came up with a story. Another name for story, or story, can be used in slang language, and the meaning is a lie. Oh, you telling a story. You telling a lie in slang. So I decided to come up with a story, and all the family, we was together and we was watching TV or just chilling out, and I began to tell this story. And everybody started laughing. They enjoyed the story. I can't really remember really what I was talking about. But everybody liked that story. Everybody had a good time believing that story. Everybody was laughing. And I felt so proud of myself because Mama was laughing. She was having a good time. And we laughed about that story for a long time. But then, unlike some of us, I have a conscience. Because they thought the story that I had told was true. My conscience started bothering me, and the story served its purpose. My conscience started bothering me, and I had to tell everybody that the story that I told was not true, that it was a lie. Now, some folks, they laughed it off. I knew something was funny about that story. I knew that couldn't be true. But my mother, when I told her that it was just a story, she didn't want to believe it. She continued to say that the story was true. And the reason why she wanted to continue to believe that the story was true was because it made her happy. It made her feel good. It brought her joy, even for a few minutes, to her miserable life, her oppressive life, unhappy life. Just for a few minutes, this story brought her joy. She could not accept that this was a lie. She could not accept it. And what's so messed up, I told the lie so many times, and there was so much joy in the lie, in the story, that I began to believe the lie myself as true. Did you hear what I said? I know it's a lie. But the lie brought so much joy and happiness to everybody. And I told the lie so long that I began to believe that the lie myself, it was true. I had to begin to tell me, stop that. You know it's a lie. This is what we're dealing with, brothers and sisters, in the community. Many of them do know that there's something wrong, but it makes them feel good. It makes them happy. I told the lie, and I began to believe it. Melo says, say it again for the people in the back. I made up the story. I know it's a lie. I began to believe the lie myself because I enjoyed the story. Now, what if your intent was to control people? What if your intent is to make money? Telling stories. And this is the problem. You're not telling a story for free. You're telling a story so that you can take advantage of people for their money, for celebrity, to get in somebody's panties. That's why you're telling your story. And that's why all of this needs to come down. This is why when this Jericho blows his horn, all these walls need to come tumbling down because it's corrupt. This is why they have a problem with Angel Snub Nub 7. Pan-Africanism, Comedicism, Black Muslimism, Moorish Scienceism, Hebrew Israelitism, Christianism, all our isms, they make us feel good. It brings us joy, it brings us comfort. It makes us feel safe. How dare you mess up my groove? My mother began to get angry at me. She did not like for me to tell her the story was a story, that it wasn't true. This is why they get angry at us. Not because we really did something to them. I didn't do anything to my mother. But maybe I shouldn't have told that lie. A lot of people will get angry at you. Not only about religion. Don't talk about my crack. Don't talk about my wine. Don't talk about my reefer. Don't talk about when I go to Golden Corral, and don't talk about my McDonald's. Because all these things bring us comfort and happiness and joy. That's why. And so Angel Snubbing Up 7 is an enemy. Angel Snubbing Up 7 needs to sit his ass down. He needs to die. I don't want to hear it. I don't see it. Don't talk it. It brings us comfort in this miserable life. It gives us a reason for living. And they will even tell you, if this is all life is about, why should we live? They would tell you that. Why should we live if this? So I'm looking forward to go to heaven. I'm looking forward to astral project my body to go visit different realms. I got to get the hell out of here. And this gives me a way out. My story gave my mother a way out of her misery. The Bible and the Holy Quran and all this talk about astral projection and spiritual realm, it gives the people a way out of their misery that man created. This is not a natural life at all, period. This is a life created by men and their greed and their arrogance. And I don't blame you for wanting to leave. But what you're doing and how you think is not realistic. Dr. King said it best. The reason why evil exists is because good men do nothing. You need to blame yourself for your condition because you won't do nothing. You waiting on a Superman, a savior, some kind of miracle. But the kingdom of heaven is in you. There were some Jewish boys in 1939. And they created a character many of us know. These Jewish boys created a character called Superman. And some say that Superman is based upon
and as always in parting, we wish you
come on and jam with us next week on these same stations, and you can bet your last money it's all going to be a stone gas, honey. I'm Don Cornelius, and as always in parting, we wish you love.